It's preparing. And we're live on Facebook. Good morning,
Hi.
Tanya.
Good morning, Michael. Or
How
good
are
afternoon.
It's kind of it's right at the crisp. Oh, good Lord.
Right at noon.
Right at noon. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Not bad. Not bad. It's Saturday.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad
Have you
at
been
all.
out lately?
I went to Pavilions yesterday. I went
Oh, yeah.
to the 99-cent store yesterday.
Were people
And
keeping their social distance?
yes, I go late at night or early in the morning, so I don't see many people. I don't like being in crowds,
Yeah.
especially out. And then I had a little bit of a dinner with my friend Bill and his roommate last night. So they've been very social distancing, so I felt comfortable going over there. But that was about it. I've been staying in. Ever since I had that little scare
Yeah.
last Thursday, I just been staying in, doing my work here.
Yeah.
Just being sheltered. How about you? How about on the hill? What's been going on up there?
We haven't been going out. I mean, I hike with the dog, but that's it. I can't go out because I just am too paranoid. Like I have a prescription that's still waiting for me at the pharmacy, but I'm gonna have to call up the pharmacy, my uh, messenger service to pick up the last part of my thing because I'm just too paranoid to go down. Well, we don't have our car back yet either, but I'm too paranoid to go down.
Yeah. Yep. And then it's not like we have not been going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. You know, we surpassed New York.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. We are a huge state. I know it's 1 in 12, I think, or something like that, have it in the city, but it, with my luck,
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
I'll
That's
meet
how
number
I
13. Anyway, well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live chat today with Tanya Roberts. I am Mike Pingel, the host and the moderator. Welcome for all who's on Facebook. If you have questions for Tanya during the show, feel free to put them on Facebook in the chat area. I will be reading some of those off throughout the show. If you want to come on camera with Tanya, please come on Zoom. I posted the Zoom link and the passcode so you can come on in. When I bring you into the room, when you're in Zoom, if you want to chat, please raise your hand. There's a button on the middle of the screen so I can put you on the list. And if you want to come on camera, I will bring you on camera. I will turn on your microphone as soon as I see you on your video, just because it stops other things from us to see if I do it that way. All right. We are going to bring our first person in, and hopefully today, Tanya, I will stay online. Hopefully.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Keep my fingers crossed.
So we're going to bring in Philippi. He chatted with you last week on the top of the show that you talked to for quite a while. So I'll bring him in the room. And guys, if you have one question, please feel free to say it immediately so we can get everybody in, since we weren't able to get everybody on camera yesterday or last week. So here we go. Hi.
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 How are you? How are you both?
How are you?
I'm good.
I saw the movie you wanted me to see.
Yeah, I heard what you said before. I'm so sad you didn't like the
you heard it. Oh, Kristen Stewart was out of it. I thought Panache was pretty good, but Stewart was like off the cuff the whole time. It's like she didn't even feel like, maybe she was trying to make it feel like you weren't in the movie, and she sure did. She made it seem like she was walking around her house, you know?
Yeah, well, a lot of times she's criticized because she gives this sensation. It's true, but well, in France, it was a success, and as I told you, I didn't watch the other.
Sorry.
I didn't watch the other movies that year but well, she was nominated as Best Supporting Actress for the Césars Awards, the Academy, the French Academy Awards, and she won. But well, sometimes we know that.
She did.
Yeah, she won. She won.
Good.
Well,
You stayed
then
in.
it's true that sometimes in the awards there are a lot of politics. So I don't know. But well, I love the movie, but it's a very European movie, yeah? But
Yeah, it was kind of good, but I'm never crazy about movies within movies kind of things, except
yeah,
Dave Fernando's movie I loved. But I just thought that they didn't hook up as a team at all. They
yeah,
weren't connected, I felt. No,
okay.
you see, talking to my
Well,
dog was trying to get me back.
in fact, two of my favorite movies were, I don't know if you liked them, were The Hours with Meryl Streep and Julianne Moore and Nicole Kidman. I love
Yes.
this movie. I love it. And Magnolia with Julianne Moore and Tom Cruise. I don't know if you.
I remember it, sure.
Those are two
You
movies
like
that
those? You
yeah.
like those real kind of introspective movies?
Well, no, but I also like Charlie's Angels, James Bond. So I can see James Bond 5 or 6 times, you know. But
Really?
yes, oh yeah. In fact, I have a question about that. I guess you have met a lot of James Bond girls. Who is your
Yes, I
favorite?
have.
Yeah, who is your favorite one?
Well, I
tell?
think that my favorite one is the one from Man with the Golden. What was it? What was it called? The Man with the Golden.
Man with the Golden Gun.
Goldfinger.
Oh, Goldfinger. Oh, okay.
Goldfinger.
And that was I can't think of her name now, but she was my favorite Bond girl.
Honor Blackman, I think. Honor
Blackman I liked a lot too.
Yeah.
She was
great. And the ones you have met, have you bonded with one in particular?
No, I'm closest probably to Natalie Wood's sister. Because I see her more than anyone else, but and also the one who was in 2 Bond movies.
Maud Adams.
Maud Adams.
Maud Adams. Yes. You're better at it than me, and I've been.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, huh? She's great, Maud Adams.
Okay, and just another question, and then I let other people, because it's true that last week I had the privilege to have 25 minutes with you. So, thanks to Mike, who disappeared. Just one thing. Thank you, Mike, for the news about the book by Kate Jackson in December.
I don't know. I have no idea if that's true or not. That is Star Magazine. So that's.
We'll wait and see. Just one quick question. In the second movie of Charlie's Angels, did you approve of being, well, in one scene there is your photograph, and it's the only photograph of an angel that we see, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it's the only one. Were you approached to approve that?
No, I never got paid for it either. No, it was close. They never tell me these things. They just do what they like, and you know.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know that.
So you do not know why they chose your photograph?
No, I never got approached by them in any way, shape, or form. And I guess they figured it would slip by, and it did.
Well, it was great. I loved the scene. And well, thank you very much for having me today. And have a good weekend. Here it's 100 degrees. It's very hot. It's unbearable, but well, we'll try to.
Is it very hot? Very hot where you are?
It's around 100 in Madrid, around 100.
Oh, God.
So
It's so cool here. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, how lucky you are. So enjoy
Like
the weekend.
75 or something.
Oh, that's great. I guess that's great. So enjoy the weekend and see you next week.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that was fun. Next, we're going to bring in, let's bring in Warwick. Warwick, we're going to bring you into the room and Zoom.
Can you guys hear me, see me?
How you doing?
Oh, we can see you.
And hear?
Yeah, I
And
can
hear you.
Awesome. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Mike. I'm so excited to be on here.
Hi.
You look amazing, Tanya. And this is so generous of you to give up your time so regularly for your fans. So thank you so much. So I had a couple of quick questions because I don't want to take up a lot of time. One is, I just noticed, there's that Bionic Woman, Charlie's Angels crossover, and Julie features as one of the angels in that comic. So justice for Julie. I'm super excited that, they're shining a light on that character in that crossover comic, which I don't know if you've seen it or you knew about it. Had you heard about it? Just wondering.
I haven't heard about it. I haven't heard about it. A comic book?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's I think it's Dynamite Comics, and they do these crossovers. They did a Wonder Woman and Charlie's Angels. Wonder Woman and Bionic Woman. And I think literally like any week now, or it's just dropped, there is a Bionic Woman and Charlie's Angels crossover, and it's a comic book, and the characters are Julie, Kelly, and Chris. So actually, the latest sort of season of the original Angels gets featured and showcased. So shame you weren't sort of invited to sort of collaborate or do any contribution to that, but certainly I think it's exciting that it's not just the original Angels sort of getting the spotlight, that actually your character Julie gets some love.
Wow, I didn't know a thing about it.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Breaking news. So listen, two questions. I was going through my archive of Angel stuff, and I found this old interview from Preview Magazine, which is must have been up straight after Location when you were filming Sheena. And I just thought I might read you a quote, and maybe you can give me your thoughts on this, because it's something that's always I've always been curious about, and I don't want to dig too deep because I guess it's a little bit personal, but where are we? Just give me 1 second. It's sort of about your, obviously it sounds like it was like an ordeal filming. There's basically mishap after mishap, near-death experience after near-death experience. Sounds like, you doing your own stunts and being dragged here and falling off there, and lots of hair-raising experiences. But the thing that I wanted to talk, it was right here. Oh, here we go, right. And I quote, this is talking about sort of leaving home at the age of 14 to pursue a professional show business career. She struggled for a time waiting tables and teaching at the Arthur Murray Dance Studio. But then it says, I wasn't a runaway. I have no skeletons in the family closet, she reveals. I just had to leave home and lead my own life to be a responsible adult. And naturally, my parents weren't too crazy about it. They wanted me to finish school and attend college, but forcing that isn't always good. I wasn't streetwise, but tremendously sensitive and independent. I went through a lot that matured me quickly, and taking those lessons to heart has helped me as an actress. I just sort of thought, looking back now, lots of time between that decision and that experience. What are your thoughts about it? What do you
mean? Leaving home early and starting a career?
Because there's lots of kids that would probably be like, I want to live my life. I want to get out there and do it now. And either they.
Well, the ones who want to get it out and do it now usually do.
Yeah.
And but mostly won't put it off unless you got a really good family unit. And mine was a really bad family unit.
Yeah.
So we didn't connect at all. So, my leaving school didn't bother my mother at all. My mother and father were divorced at the time. And she really didn't care. I never did very well in school, and she figured, let me go. So she let me go, you know.
Right. So she didn't pack your bags for you though, did she?
No, no, not my mother.
But no regrets looking back. You think, okay, it was the right decision.
Oh no, I'm happy with how it went. I would have, I mean, sure, I would like to go to college, but we didn't have the money to send me to college.
Yeah.
And my grades weren't good enough even to get into a good college. So, you know, there was only one way for me to go. And that's where, and
Get on
that's
with your
the
life.
I thought of going, you know.
Well, very brave of you to do that. One other question. You know, we were talking last week. I think one of the guests was talking about the new Charlie's Angels film, or the most recent one. And look, I didn't think that much of it, but one of the things that really bothered me about it was that they literally erased David Doyle. They put pictures of Patrick Stewart as if he was the original Bosley, even though there were pictures of the original angels in the film, no original Bosley. So that irritated me. I'm like, you know, he seemed to be like a really great guy and a really great character. And I know you had a lot of scenes with him in the series. I wonder if you might be able to share a memory of you and David Doyle that, you know, springs to mind, that might be a fond one.
Oh God, David was great. He was like a mentor to me because I was just starting out and he was already, you know.
We've lost Tanya. Now we lost Tanya today. Holy balls. Lance, we lost Tanya if you're there. We've lost the camera. Okay. Yes, I too was very upset that they had erased David Doyle from the series of the movies, which I feel like it was amazing.
It was disrespectful.
It was disrespectful. It was one of the things that really turned me off of the movie, especially with the first 5 minutes of the film, and the way they a lot of things that Elizabeth did in the movie I did not approve of and did not like. Didn't feel like it was anything near to the Bible of the movie. I don't care if you need to change things, but you know, I feel like she dumbed down the angels. They weren't really a unit. She injected her Bosleys way too much into the movie. She injected her ideals of the whole Bosleys throughout the film that I think really just wasn't a great path to go down. Plus, I don't know what really irritated me is throughout the whole film, Bosley's telling the angels what to do. Even Charlie didn't tell the angels what they were going to do. She was the one who was like, "Oh, you need to do this and this and this." I'm like, these are angels. They should know what they're doing. It's their job. They're independent women.
Yeah.
Why are you butting in? Why are you butting in? I'm going to call and see what happened to see what happened to our angels.
Yeah, and look, there was no chemistry either. Like the script wasn't that great, but we all know the scripts in Charlie's Angels weren't always that great anyway. But the actresses were able to elevate above them, and even with the very limited character development and the plot holes, they still managed to make us feel connected to them and enjoy them. And
what happened? Where is she gone?
It wasn't that in the Charlie's Angels film, for me anyway.
Now it's you. Okay. Let me know. I'll stay on for a few minutes. If not, we'll just restart it or cancel it. Okay, thanks. Bye. So anyway, there you go. The same thing that happened to me last week is happening to Tanya right now, everybody. Just let you know that Tanya's internet has now ended and they can't get back on. So we're going to wait here for a few minutes to see if we can bring them back on. If we're not, we're going to just close it out.
Okay. Do we want to keep dishing about Charlie's Angels, or you want to go solo?
Oh no, we can dish about Charlie's Angels.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, just literally was just talking about the quality of the actresses and what they were able to bring to even bad scripts. I didn't feel like there was any of that with those current angels. I didn't feel like they were able to elevate above the material.
True. I think the original series, I mean, regardless of the bad scripts, that some were really horrible, more horrible than the other, like Ahoy Angels. But it also was overshadowed by their beauty and of course the glamour that they brought every week on the series. So it doesn't really, it did matter even for Farrah, who left the show, because it did matter to her a lot about the characters and the characters' strength and where they wanted to go with them. But and one of the reasons why she did leave also because she didn't have a signed contract. But that said, we also turned in for the beauty and the glamour and the clothing, regardless of how bad some of the episodes were or the repeat episodes later on in the series. And
Yeah,
they're all beautiful. They all were fun. They all had fun adventures, but
yeah, and they brought that chemistry to the seasons as well. And I'm rewatching them from season 1, so I haven't watched them in a long time, and I'm an avid fan. But I've had a break from them for a while. But with the Blu-ray coming out and all in one, I was like, you know what, bite the bullet, spend the money, let's revisit
they're beautiful
these.
on the Blu-ray.
Oh my gosh, I was a bit mad about it. I was a bit salty because I'm like, I've spent a lot of money on those DVDs over the years. And I was like, do I bite the bullet and spend that cash? And I'm like, damn it, I'm just doing it. I'm so glad I did, because it's literally like, guys, when I tell you it's like night and day, the quality is unbelievable.
You can
like
see
it's so worth it.
Read the street signs. You can read addresses.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
I even saw like Sabrina's necklace, and I could see that, like how it looked. Like there was like a lower, like the eye was different. It was like, oh, okay, I never kind of got that. So it was really, really worth the investment. But
it's worth it.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fun series. It's God, I've been watching it since it started.
But
so
I think you see something new. Like people have been saying, who's my favorite angels? And I keep changing my mind because, oh, hey, you're back.
Hi. We were in cyberspace. We didn't know where we were.
Okay, you're in some dimension, but anyway, you're here now. Yeah. So listen, I don't want to take up more time, but if you were just in the middle of a David Doyle kind of.
David Doyle. Okay. Well, David would always tell me to continue the sentence that I was doing or have the sentence before my lines. So it was a continual thought pattern, and that would make it more realistic. But anyway, aside from that, the funniest thing that ever happened was that David Doyle mooned us, pulled down his pants and mooned all 3 of us angels. And we had a shot of us roaring. We were laughing. It was the funniest thing. I mean,
you're supposed to keep a straight face, and he's like, that's funny. Good.
That was good.
He looked like a fun guy. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for spending some time with me. I really, really appreciate it. And
thanks for waiting. I'm sorry about the delay.
No problems. Technical issues. Hey, it happens. Have a wonderful day anyway. And thanks again, Mike and Tanya. Great to see you.
Thanks for coming by.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We're going to ask a couple of questions from Facebook now. Sean asked, the Angels inspired so many kids. Do you have a celebrity hero when you were a kid?
Not really. I kind of, I mean, I love the old movies on TV, all the old movies. That's what I'd see, and the current movies, I guess Annette Funicello and people like that, and Tuesday Weld, maybe. I like Tuesday Weld a lot. But that was, I'm trying to think anyone else. Tuesday Weld, I really liked a lot. Otherwise, I was just going to the movies to see a funny thing what happened on the way to the forum, and I shot Audrey Hepburn I loved. People like that.
Nice. Did you know Don Murray?
I never knew John Murray. I know he did one of our shows, but I didn't know him.
Okay. Someone asked me about a picture I posted, but I don't know which picture it was. Anyway, moving on. 007 Travelers asks, hi, Tanya. What are your favorite lines you have said in the movie or TV series you have starred in? Do you have a favorite line you ever said?
Oh, God, that's a tough question. God, that's a really tough question. I don't know that I have a favorite line that I ever said. God.
It's okay.
I can't think of a favorite line I ever said.
I have one of you from Charlie's Angels.
I can't. I never had a line that was like a one-liner, like like Schwarzenegger had, or any one of those. I never had a one-liner like that.
There's one from Charlie's Angels I remember that you said, Freeze, or how do you get it? Well, not just freeze. No, but there,
Freeze your shooting butt, right? Something like that. No, I remember saying freeze several times. But in terms of favorite line, it wasn't one of those kinds of things. I'm trying to think in that 70s show if I did. One line was, he said, "Do you want to go out for a walk?" And I said, "Great, I'll drive." And that was a good line at the time.
Mitch had some good lines. She had some good ones.
I can't remember any. I'm not good at that. Sorry.
All right, no worries, no worries. Andre asked, do you notice any similarities between your characters in The Beastmaster and Hearts of Armor?
Oh, well, yeah, in a way we were both sort of victimized. In Hearts and Armor, I never got to do what I wanted to do. And Beastmaster, I was sort of like more or less a sidekick for him. So other than that, the wardrobe and maybe the hair and the type of story that it was, yeah, the type of story that it was. Both of them were fantasies. With the Orlando Furioso, which is Hearts and Armor, was based on an old legend, an Italian legend. That's why we shot it in Italy. But Beastmaster was based on the comic books, which were a big hit in their time. And I think they're even returning. But that's about the only thing I can think of is, is
Cool.
similar.
Jeff Barr asks, what did you think of the Sheena TV show?
Which one?
He just said TV shows. Maybe both of them? One of them? I don't know.
There were a few of them. There was the one with Irish McCallish, and she was before I ever became, are you talking about Sheena?
Yes, Sheena. Yep.
Yeah. And the one that came after that, I never saw. If one did come after that, I'm not even aware of it.
There was one. And we'll do one more from Facebook. Just Jeff Barr said his favorite line from Charlie's Angels was, my favorite line, "Drop it or you'll go down with it."
I said that?
You said that. Julie said that, yes.
Drop it or you'll go down with it. Cool. I like that. Yeah, I don't remember that.
All right, we're gonna bring in the next person on Facebook.
Hello.
Hello, Claude.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Nice to talk to you again.
Good to
always
talk to you.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I think I'm going to start by telling you what's my favorite line in Charlie's Angels. In
Tell
the
me.
in the episode Attack Angels, when you're fighting that guy that did hypnotize you, and
Yeah.
Chris is there and she's calling your name, and you're telling the guy, "Well, I'm not going to share you with her." You're saying something like that when you're fighting the bad guy. You don't recall that, right? Okay.
So the line was, "I'm not going to share
I'm
him."
not. Well, Chris is calling her. Chris is calling Jill, and she's fainting that she's not hearing Chris, and she's fighting the bad guy, and she goes like, "I'm not going to share you with her."
Oh.
She said something in those lines.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not exactly that, but yeah, I always love that line, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
last-
I guess I figured I could take them down on my own.
Yeah, you can always ask the fans what their favorite lines, and then you could pick one, and you'll be able to answer that question in the future, huh? That would be a good trick, right? Anyway, last week I watched Tourist Trap. Just want to tell you about that.
Oh my God, Tourist Trap.
Yeah, very entertaining movie.
It was
Usually,
a scary movie, wasn't it?
yeah, it's an horror movie. Yeah, usually horror movie is not my cup of tea.
Horror movie.
Yeah, the one with the Muppets and everything, the one that you die
Yeah.
near the end, that the Muppets send like the hatchet, and you get the hatchet in the back, and Well, maybe I'm
And
spoiling
I got a knife in the back of the throat.
Yeah, maybe I
That
should
was-
stop talking. Yeah, I'm
I
spoiling
remember
for
when they
everybody
put the
else.
knife on the string. They put the knife on this nylon cord,
Yeah.
and it would shooting down the cord right into the back of my neck. But luckily, it was a rubber knife. But it
Yeah.
got me every time.
Yeah. Yeah, there was
They got me good.
what was the budget for that movie? Like $300 million or no? Huh?
Oh,
Nothing
very
of the-
little. I have no idea. It was very low budget.
No, I know.
But
For a low budget movie.
Connors did it, and I knew Chuck Connors from Rifleman,
Okay.
and he was to work with. And we went to some weird area northwest of here. I'm in Los Angeles. We went to some place like Simi Valley, or I don't know where we did, but it was fun to shoot. And I got scared. That was the scariest movie I ever did, because those dolls with those weird eyes gave me the creeps.
Yeah. For a low budget movie, it was pretty good. At the beginning of the movie, you're in a car with your 3 friends, and then you get into that town, and there's a sign, and it says "closed to the public." I mean, what were you thinking? You should have turned around, and because it went downhill from that. Went downhill from that moment on.
That's the way it is in horror movies. It's always like, we gotta go. And they say, well, why don't we get in the car and go? And they go, let's just run.
Yeah, the sign was right there. You didn't see it?
It's never what a normal person would think that you do. That's never what happens in horror movies.
Yeah, obviously. I would say it would have been a very boring movie if you would have turned around and lived happily ever after. I wanted to ask also about your pets, because you mentioned in the last chat you have 2 dogs and 1 parrot. So I'm wondering about the parrot thing.
Parrot is screaming. I can't believe you can't hear her now. She's being quiet.
Oh,
She's whistling. And I got my 2 dogs that are running around, and all my koi fish. I got big koi fish.
Yeah,
and they're swimming in the river out back. And that's it. That's our little family.
Yeah. So the parrot, it has a name, and does it
Yeah,
talk?
Birdie.
Birdie. Okay. Birdie. Okay. Yeah, like bird. Does it? Can she say words? Can she say stuff?
Yeah, she can say sit, and she can say socks, which is the name of one of my dogs. And so far, that's all she said.
Oh yeah.
So far, but she's an African gray, so I'm sure she's gonna have a big vocabulary. Why it's taken her so long, I don't know, but she can mimic any sound I make. She just won't say words at the moment, except those 2 words. So
like something
I'll give her a little time before I cook her for dinner.
Yeah, something like Tanya wants yogurt. No, nothing like that. No. Okay.
No.
Okay, one last question. Yeah, I just have one last question. I don't want to take too much time because I know this is the Philip from Madrid show, so I'm happy to be a guest. No, I had a question about at the beginning of your career, you did commercial. Do you have any wild story about one of those commercials?
Which commercial?
Any one of them that you did a couple of commercials before you got some acting roles?
Oh yeah, I did one for a toothpaste, Ipana, I think, and this chick who was doing it with me gave me a ride back to the hotel in her sports car, and she was putting on her makeup while she was driving down the freeway, and I swore it was the end of my days. I thought, that's it, I'm gonna die. I kept telling her, don't put on your mascara on the freeway, not on the freeway. But she did, and I got there safely. But that's one of my good stories from that.
Okay.
I mean, I ended up in one piece.
Okay. All right. So before Mike takes me out of the room like last time, I'm going to say bye. And once again, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Good to talk to you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we have a few questions from Facebook. Anybody else in the Zoom wants to come on camera, please raise the hand and I'll bring you in after we do some more questions from Facebook. Kevin Richard asks, Do you own bleh. Do you own any Charlie's Angels memorabilia? Did you keep anything from the set? And we lost Tanya again. So it's just me. I own a couple things from the set. Actually, just a couple products, stuff. All right. So yeah. So if anybody in the Zoom wants to chat with Tanya, please raise your hand. It's funny, they're having the same issues I had last weekend with my internet. So thank you, Kevin, for the question. Let's see. I'm just looking. Oh, Tourist Trap is on Amazon Prime. Thank you, Toby. I did not know that. I have not seen Tourist Trap, and I think I would love to see that now. Andre, thank you for the questions. Dell, thank you for the questions. I will ask if Tanya gets back online. We'll be on here for a couple more minutes. If you have any questions for me in the Zoom, you can put the chat. If you guys, anybody want to come on chat with me. Let's see. Sam asks, does she have pit bulls? No, Tanya doesn't have any pit bulls right now. She has just 2 beautiful dogs, and they're not pit bulls. Let's see. Sean says, I'm looking great. Thank you, Sean. That's very nice of you. Mike, what is the current turnaround time on signed items with COVID? I sent a personal item to be signed. I saw it was delivered. Yes, Samuel, I have it in my car. Hopefully I will have it signed this week. Samuel had sent in a poster, a mini poster of View to a Kill that was signed by James Bond himself, and then he wants Tanya to sign it. If you guys want anything signed, we have 8x10s on the website at tanyaroberts.biz. You can order it. The turnaround time is about 4 weeks now, depending when I can get up to the hill and have her sign them. So we are due to do a signing this week. So if you have anything that's in the queue of waiting for stuff, it will be out in the mail. I know there's mail issues are happening all over the world. So I think PayPal, when you purchase stuff, it's through PayPal, and PayPal will send you a notice that it's been, sent, and just keep an eye out on it. If you have a personal item you want sent to Tanya, there is an address. The prices are changed. It's $40 per signature. It's not $25 anymore. That is an old thing, which I did not have our webmaster change. So I will change that. So the addressing goes to me, and then I'll take it up to Tanya to the house for have her signing it. If you want, of course, we have the red button. We have the Tanya Roberts. I was live with Tanya Roberts mugs. We have face masks. We have other stuff. We did a rare picture of her from Sheena that's up there for Product Beyond. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on all the other things that you can purchase things. We are going to do a couple other things. We're going to do a Charlie's Angels picture. So keep an eye on our red bubble page, and we will get those stuff. They will buy them and sell them and sign them and send them. So, oh, there's Tanya.
Here we are. Where did we go? Who knows?
I don't know. We have a couple more questions from Facebook. If anybody on Zoom wants to come on camera, please raise your hands. We'll do a couple more questions. If no one wants to be on Zoom, we'll wrap this sucker up and go have lunch. Toby says Tourist Trap is on Amazon Prime, so I'm going to check that out this week. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's a scary movie. Believe it or not, it's very scary.
Andre asks, any memories of being in the South Africa when you shot Purgatory? Did you enjoy the country?
Purgatory. Yeah, it wasn't shot in the South. It was shot in LA.
It just looked like it was shot in South Africa. Was that where it was based?
Purgatory. Oh yeah. Yes, we shot that in South Africa. Yeah, that was, oh, it was gorgeous, but nothing was as beautiful as Kenya. Kenya is the most beautiful, and they took care of the animals the best. They had non-hunting zones all over the place, which pretty well got followed because there were a lot of people walking around with guns, making sure that no poachers came around. But South Africa was beautiful too. They're both beautiful places to be. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Dell asked,
And I love those animals. They were so gorgeous.
fantastic. She asked, hi, Mike and Tanya. This is Dell. I have two questions. One, what would be a good theme song for your life? And what would be your superpower?
Oh God, a good themes for my life. God, that's a hard one. Maybe the Frank Sinatra song. Oh God, I can't think of it. I can't think of that right now, but I'll tell you. What else was the other question?
What would your superpower be?
My superpower would be to bring happiness and peace and well-being to everyone on the planet, because we're all suffering in one way or another right now. And, you know, that would be great. That would be what I'd like to do.
That was very nice of you. That's very nice. Sean asks, hi, Tanya. Before Charlie's Angels was canceled, was there talk of season 6?
There was never talk of season 6. I knew when I went into the show that it was only going to be 5 seasons. I knew the other girls weren't going to stay. And so I was sad when it was over, but what could I do? You know, that's the way it was. They just didn't want to, Jacqueline and Cheryl didn't want to do another season. And in those days, it was weird because now, if you have a show going on 5 seasons, you're rooting and cheering to go on to more seasons. But back then, don't ask me why. People just didn't care. They thought something would come along, or I don't know. But it was kind of dumb, I thought, to end it, because our ratings were getting good again. But, you know, that's life. So I knew going in that it was just 1 season.
I agree with you. Totally agree. Andrea said, actually, you were with Don Murray, me with a photo, not you, not Tanya. So thank you for clarifying that. Let's see. Excellent. Samuel says, thank you. Sean asks, Mike, what is your favorite Tanya Roberts piece of memorabilia? Oh, this is when you were off the air. My favorite piece is Tanya Roberts memorabilia.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't. Well, I really loved the Jeep that came out a couple years ago with you for your character. It was like the first collectible of you. But I think it's the Japanese season 5 book that you're in. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw that. You got to show it to me.
I'll bring it up. I think it's also of course the signed posters. Okay, there you go, people. There you go. Let me see if there's any other questions. Andre asked, any more memories of filming Almost Pregnant?
Oh God, they were good memories. I had a lot of fun doing that movie, and I'm really sorry that it didn't get released theatrically. It was between our movie and something with Dolph Lundgren, and they went with his movie instead and didn't release ours, so we went straight to video. But it was a really fun movie to shoot. It was a good script.
And I think that's it. Oh, Sharon asked, are you a Star Trek or a Star Wars fan?
Star Wars. For sure, Star Wars.
Good.
Star Trek's too old-fashioned.
Right? Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
Star Wars is better. All right. I think that's it for the day. I think
Okay.
so my question is for the day, Tanya, tapioca
Yeah,
or rice pudding, which is better?
tapioca. No, wait a minute. I gotta take. Lance makes great tapioca, but rice pudding's my favorite. But he doesn't make rice pudding. Rice pudding's great because you can use real whole grain rice and make a pudding that's good for you with Splenda and not fattening and good for you. And tapioca, you use sugar and tapioca, which is good for you too, I guess, but not as good as whole grain rice. So I'd have to say hands up for rice pudding, but Lance doesn't gonna take my hint, or are you, Lance? Lance, he's not gonna take my hint.
And also, what pizza did you eat last week? I'm sorry, I got cut off, and that whole thing went debacle. So, what kind of pizza did you guys eat last weekend?
Plain. How about you, Lance?
I got a half and half of that meat one. I hated it.
You did?
Yeah.
You hated it?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I had the barbecue chicken pizza. It was amazing.
No, but I like that pizza you ordered. I think we're gonna order that next time.
The barbecue chicken pizza was great, and also I froze it. We all had Ghost Pizza from Hollywood, and I froze it, and it was, as I put in the convection oven to defrost, it looked like it was a regular. It just wasn't even frozen. It looked like perfect, like it just came out of the oven. I was amazed.
Hard to beat Ghost Pizza.
Ghost Pizza, #1 in LA. So fantastic. If you're in LA, grab it. Hey, everybody, thank you for watching us today. I hope you enjoyed the live chat with Tanya Roberts. Oh, she's over here. I know.
Bye-bye. See you next week.
See you guys. Thank you for coming.